When going through this journey, I remember, for example, I remember when I was going through this journey of recovery using the mind-body methods. I remember, I had a schedule and I would force myself to go out, right, every day. And I was hitting up the beach 3 times a week, right? Hitting up the beach 3 times a week. It was really difficult to do, obviously, because, feels like you're walking in a war zone. But not just that. The main problem that I had was my OCD looping thoughts just wouldn't stop. And I still had to go out. And it's interesting when you have these horrible looping thoughts, right? It's taking something that's causing you a lot of terror and fear, and it's just constantly looping, and you're trying to stop it. And that was me for a while, right? Until I figured out, well, I got to start to allow this stuff. Because the more I try to get rid of it or figure it out and stop it, the more it gets bigger it gets, right? So, because what you resist persists. And it's true. So then I started doing the allow method every day, as much as I could. Whenever an opportunity came up, I would allow it to be there without trying to figure it out, analyze it, get rid of it, right? And engage in what I was doing. But even though I was doing the methods, right, the symptoms didn't go away right away. It took time. It took me about 2 years of doing the work for it to clear and have no more looping thoughts. So, but in the meantime, I had to stick to my schedule, routine, right? It's very important. I, every day, had a routine that I followed no matter what. And I would also, right, go to the beach 3 times a week. I don't know how I could afford it. I don't know where I was finding the money to pay for the gas, but the universe provided me with just enough money so that I could take my senior dog to the beach. And it's interesting, when you're, it's a beautiful day. There was times where the beach, nobody was there. Nobody was there. I had the whole beach to myself pretty much. Right? It's sunny. Water is calm. Dog's happy. Dog's playing. Like one of the most beautiful days of my life. Right? But it felt like one of the worst days of my life. When you're dealing with these types of symptoms, it can ruin any day. It doesn't matter. It's almost to the point where you don't want the sunny days because you can't enjoy it. It actually makes you feel worse because you feel like this is unfair. I can't even enjoy this. It's like a slap in the face. It's a reminder of something that you'll never be able to feel. You'll never be able to feel happiness again, or be able to do something that gives you joy, right? So then you prefer, and I did. I preferred it when it rained, when it snowed, because it matched my mood. It matched my beliefs at the time. I would get sad when it was sunny. And then, like the song from, what's that band, Garbage? I'm only happy when it rains. Truly. I'd feel normal, right? Even though I still had my looping thoughts, but it was more justified. It made more, it allowed me to just be me and not have the thoughts slapping me in my face saying, see, you'll never enjoy this. But the rain, I'll enjoy the rain. Right, you can't go out. Nobody's outside. It's gray. It's, right? So, this makes it harder to stick to a routine when you go outside, not just, physically, or because you have fear, or because everything feels like you're triggered about everything. Not just about the fear, but about this, there's no improvements yet. Right? You're not seeing the instant evidence or clearing of the storm right away. That comes later. You're doing the hard work now, right? Doing all the pillars, allowing, sticking to your schedule, routine, elevating, doing your visuals, being aware of all behavior patterns, right? Being prepared, going on your walk and talks, right? You're doing all this stuff and you still feel like shit. You still got the looping thoughts. And, you got to push yourself to live life and do the things that are enjoyable while you feel like absolute shit and sad. So fucking sad. And all your hope is gone, and the doubt loves this, right? You're in the middle of the beach, the water's calm, right? And the doubt's telling you, this is how it's going to be, right? See this beautiful beach? See how, right? If you were normal, you'd be sitting in a chair having a drink in peace. See that sunset? You could care less about the sunset. You don't give 3 shits about the sunset, right? And that to me was the worst feeling in the world. Of course, the fear was right there, but there was the sadness. It was just too much. And here's the thing. Eventually I said, fuck it. This is normal. I'm getting the resistance. I'm getting the brain's constantly sending me the alarms of, you'll never do this. Look at where you're at. Don't even bother sticking to your routine because it just reminds you of what you can't do. Right? That's what I needed to allow. Bring me more of that. And I'm going to continue going to the beach 3 times a week, spending gas like crazy, right? Doing my best to have some fun, allow what's coming up, let the dog have fun, right? And the longer I did the work, eventually, and I remember telling myself this, I said, when I recover, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to get a chair, and I'm going to sit down in the chair, and I'm going to have a drink and look at that sunset and fully enjoy it. Because it also reminds you, this is interesting, of how you took things for granted, right? Many people take day-to-day life for granted. And when you're sick, you would do anything just to feel normal and just to sit in a chair and watch TV like a normal person, right? When you're recovered, going to the grocery store to get a bag of chips is like the best thing in the world. And it only feels like it's the best thing in the world because you overcame, you recovered, you know what it's like, right? It's like a rebirth and awakening. It's like you have a second chance at life and you're never going to waste it again. So when you get that second chance because you earned it and you did it, you recovered, you put the work in. When you get that second shot and you fully recovered and going to the store is like, peace. You're happy with the gas attendant, right? You're like, hey, how's it going? Anybody win the lotto? No? Yeah, well, have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out of here. I'll grab the bag of chips, go in the car. You're driving in the car. It could be raining. It could be sunny. Doesn't matter. You know what? Let's roll the window down. It's raining a little bit. Let's put some rain on my face. I love it. I'm free. I did the work. I don't have any more of these thoughts hijacking me. I emptied the allostatic loads. I brought that survival state down. I turned off alarms. And now I feel amazing. I'm thriving. Symptoms are gone. And now going to the grocery store to get some gas or some chips feels fucking amazing. So imagine what it would be like going to the beach and having a drink. Imagine how amazing that would be. It's the best in the world. Best thing in the world. And I did that. I sat down. I went back to that beach, sat down. My dog passed away by then. So it was a moment that I could have to reflect. Some feelings came up, right? I remembered all the places that we went near there. It was in Bayfield. I used to go to Bayfield all the time. Had a drink, right? And you know what? I had a couple sips. I'm like, you know what? I don't even need the drink. I am so grateful and happy. This is fucking amazing. It's powerful. So you might be right now at the point where everything feels hopeless. What's the point of going to the beach? What's the point of doing anything fun? What's the point of living life and continuing with this journey? It's so hard, right? What's the point of me continuing doing all the work? I don't believe it's ever going to change. I'm a special case. I'm broken. Bullshit. Trust me, I felt the same way. You got to continue no matter what. Never give up. You will get there and you will earn it. Is it hard? Yeah, it's really hard. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. But as long as you do it and never miss a day, the brain will have no choice but to change. And things will shift on their own. And you'll get your life back. So no matter what, keep going.